hope you're having a wonderful summer. I hope you guys are very much hydrated and relaxed. And now it's time to bring it down low. It is time for story time. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button right now. Click it. Click it right here. And also, click the like button as well. So click the notification button to remind you guys of when my next videos are coming up. I want to do something very much different. Since the last video I did like a review, but this time it's going to be very much story time. So the story I wanted to tell you happened very much recently in the year of 2021. That's this year. Is about my first con. I never actually talk about these kinds of experience because, well, first of all, this was like the first time I actually participated in like these kinds of events since I'm a cosplayer. I started wanting to try going to conventions when I first started cosplaying, which is around 2014. But due to like minimum budgets and very much I am new to cosplay, I don't know what the heck is going on with this. I don't know the majority of what's gonna happen, and so I had to wait. 7 years have passed, and so it finally happened. I actually get to experience my first ever con. Plug your jammies out there and I'll tell you how the story goes. It all started like around in April, before like the actual convention started. I was like going through my brain of like, you know, I do like so many things, like managing up TikTok, focusing on my social media stuff, and also with other things happening around, but I didn't have like very much the time it took to actually get started to go to like certain events or so, such as cons for instance. This particular con was very much new, about 1 year ago at least. I didn't actually participate in that year or so, but I actually found that out. And so I was searching onto my phone when this happened, like web surfing, and so this ad comes up, and it's actually a convention page. Like, ooh, this sounds interesting. Well, and I pause and go like, okay, what is this about? And so it was like very much a convention page where it says, oh, we're doing like a virtual Comic-Con. And I never actually hear of this kind of particular con because it first kind of updated almost 1 year ago, and I never actually searched it up. But I did search out like a couple of other cons that are very much the most popular, but also with that, it can be very much expensive. I mean, very much looked it up online. I was like, oh, nope, we're not going there. So I'm just gonna try to like get my money saved on the budget stuff. And once I'm very much comfortable with myself and also with trying to showcase some of my stuff, since I haven't done that in like 7 years ago or so. As of this year, I felt very much more comfortable and like figured, hey, why not start entering into that convention? Since I'm very much living around in my home, since the COVID had almost passed or so, and they were like, there's some of them are like fully vaccinated to some of them still on the down low, and so I was trying to be very much like a safe person and like try to keep my distance in like this kind of angle. I do like to travel a lot, but with like the budget and like trying to get like almost everything together, I don't think I actually am quite ready for that yet, but it will happen eventually in the near future or so. As of right now, I just want to keep it safe. I try to find like some conventions that are very much online at the moment. And so I found that onto the webpage on the Instagram, and Virtual Comic-Con actually showed up, and I was very much happy with like of the actual con. So I was like, why not participate in that one? And so I registered. It was actually free. I was like, what? How is that even possible? This is like the first time this ever happened, you know? Not many like conventions offer like free events or so. But like some of them have to like, you have to like purchase like of the tickets online and so forth. There's like a whole process going like from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 into like the weekends and everything else. But I actually registered and it was kind of fun. And so, time for the planning stuff. This is my process. As I was starting like to process stuff whenever I'm doing cosplays or like showing them onto my TikTok, as I looked it up online of like what cons are. If you guys don't know what a con is, look it up. Cons are kind of like these events where they kind of very much, you can like participate in like mini events. Like there's like a lot of panels where like they do like a Q&A, and there's like some where you like in-person events or so. You can like very much take photoshops of your most favorite cosplays that you worked so hard and so far on with getting them actually together and also right at the time. And sometimes they was like stay in hotels, of which locations that very much available, but you can look that up in like different locations. They're like one in Atlanta, one in LA, New York, anywhere in the world or so. But with this con, it's very much virtual. It's like it premiered on like Facebook and also on Discord. I was very much a little bit nervous with like the streaming system stuff, because like I heard of Facebook. I very much am familiar with it, and that was very much like the easiest social media I can handle right now. But when it comes to Discord, I was like, oh my god, I have no idea what Discord is. And so as I was getting like everything set up with that, but also with trying to my social media stuff together and get everything clear out of the way, this is what happened. I actually did it. I kind of aligned all my social media stuff all in order, and I tried to like manage the new system that kind of is very much new to me, but also with trying like to work in progress and everything else. And sorry if I ever talk like this, but this is what you get. And also with that comes the cosplaying planning. So if you're trying to like to showcase of your cosplays that you have recently did, usually for like cons, it usually takes about like you have to like present some of your cosplays for only 1 year at least. You can't like showcase of your cosplays in like let's say for example you did a cosplay for like I don't know, like 2 years ago, and you tried to showcase that into cons, but also that they're not allowed for that. So this is what the system is for this virtual Comic-Con. There are different platforms where like it tells you like very much an announcement where like it tells you if you want to do like some panelists, or if you want to be a guest streamer, or if you want to be a cosplayer spotlight, or if you want to enter in the cosplay contest. It does that. So basically for me, I want to try to showcase all my cosplays and so forth on. So I enter in 2 categories for that. So the first one was actually gonna be cosplayer spotlight. It says it right in like the person who hosts this particular con. He was very much nice. So what I had to do in order to enter in that particular area or so cosplay spotlight, I have like a media form where you have to like enter your name, your cosplay name, and like everything else. And also you have to send in your pictures of your most recent cosplays that you have did over at least 1 year only. So I sent in like all my stuff. They're all fine. I try to find some great pictures that are like in the right profile or so. Don't want to be like very much too far, but also with like trying to angle it myself. Even though with like some of my cosplay pictures that you see on my Instagram, they're not very much like for pre-professional or so, but I try to make as much fun, as much professional, as much as I can, since I do that very much self-taught. I kind of sent it to the person who hosts that virtual Comic-Con, and in about 1 month later, after that, I was looking into the Facebook page and like knowing, okay, when they're gonna announce that they're gonna do like the cosplayer spotlights or like of the costume contest and everything else. They have like in a Facebook event where like it showed like of the announcements on there, and so I looked at it, and after that I was like, okay, it's almost time. I went into my phone because I usually check of all my status going on to my Instagram, and then I saw the little DM thing. I was like, what the heck is this? As I tap it, it says the actual Comic-Con page. Like, I was like, what the heck is happening? And so it says, congratulations, you have been accepted to be in the Cosplayer Spotlight. I was like jumping up and down going, what? Is this really happening? I was like very much speechless when this happened. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And there were like a few other people on the DMs too, and I was like, hi everyone, yay, I can't believe this is actually happening, and can't wait to get started. We kind of chatted of like different things that are happening with the Cosplayer Spotlight, which is like the biggest achievement that you can ever dream. I mean, on my first con? Really? I just want to say I am very much grateful and blessed to be having this very big opportunity, and it was very much fun. I love it. It's amazing. As I was saying, so it was like we're talking about like what to do with during the virtual Comic-Con weekend, and the host kind of explained what is going on into the con, and like how they're gonna organize different events, and like who is gonna be in that particular category, where like, okay, we need this many streamers, we need this many panels, we need this many cosplayer spotlights, we need this many people for the cosplay contest, and so far on. The host was very much asking like if they ever do like streaming before, and will also want to host a stream or like a panelist or anything like a Q&A or so. At first, when I think about that, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. To get that standard going, since this is my first con ever, and with that, I was very much nervous because I have nothing to prepare for. I have nothing. I have like no plans at all with what am I gonna do in like some of the things that I wanted to do. With like, for example, if I want to be like a live streamer, I would have to think about like what a type of event I want to host, or with like if I wanted to host like a Q&A or like a Twitch stream or so far on. But I was like, I don't think I'm quite the speed for that, so I kept quiet for that for a long time and like kind of waited and see how it goes. We're kind of getting off a little bit sidetracked, so let's continue on to the story. Let's move on down from away from live streams and stuff like that, and continue with the, as I was saying before, the cosplay planning. So whenever you're cosplaying a certain character, or like if it's like something that you're very much interested in, like for me, I like basically Disney, Marvel, anime, anything that's very much related to like fantasy slash mystery slash adventure, whatever you call it. So usually on the first step of my cosplay planning is like I keep like a record of like of some of the recent cosplays that I did like almost at least a few years ago. We start like pretty much in the start from 2014, and so this is not the actual book, but I'm gonna give you like a little demonstration of how I did this. Okay, so let's say for instance this is my inspiration slash cosplay book. Okay, so usually I would open up and like write down of some of the recent cosplays I did in over like a year ago. And let's say for instance I did Marinette slash Ladybug, and I did Ariana Grande or Heather from Over the Hedge. Keep on going down the list until it kind of fills up. And saying like, okay, which one should I do to showcase of the virtual Comic-Con? And so I kept thinking a lot to myself and little check marks and go like, okay, I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna do this one, and this one. 3 cosplays or so. Basically, this is like a 3-day event. So it goes from like June 18 all the way to the 20th of 2021. After with cosplay planning, now it's time to prepare. Now, with preparedness of attending cons, you have to be very much extra prepared for this before you actually participate in one of these cons. I mean, like, in the end of the day, you have to like be prepared, you have to be ready at all times, and also you have to be aware of whenever, if you wanted to do like a panelist or if you're a streamer, that you have to like pre-prepare yourself to put on your makeup, to put on your cosplay, your wigs, your accessories, and everything else, and get everything like in control or so. Anyway, comes the day of the event of the virtual Comic-Con. Here's how my story goes on. With each day of the actual event, I usually start off with like getting up early in the morning around 6 or 7. Start with like getting a good breakfast. You always have to have the most important meal of the day. You have to be prepared of, for starters, I would usually start with putting on my makeup first, because that is like the most important thing when you're ready to showcase of your cosplays. And with that, I had to be like aware of my time, saying like, okay, usually for like some of my cosplays, of my makeup time, usually it's around like at least 1 to 3 hours at least. It kind of depends on like which cosplay kind of it goes. 3-day events that I did, usually for those makeup of the ones I tried to plan of the cosplays, it usually takes about at least 1 to 2 hours. That one's like very much like natural makeup. Like usually I just put on foundation, mascara, eyelashes, blush, eyeshadow, and also with lipstick or lip gloss or so far on. That's very much it. With that comes putting on the costume. Sometimes with putting on the costume, it kind of takes like not too long, about 30 minutes or at least. It kind of depends. For some of my cosplays, it's not like a very much big struggle whenever I'm thinking about getting almost everything together and putting like almost one layer after another layer on top of each other, and then boom, you got an outfit. With that, the hair. Usually with like putting on a wig, usually that process is very much easy. All you have to do is like pin your hair up into pin curls or so. I had to use braids, because the reason why I don't very much do pin curls a lot, because that takes like a huge amount of time. I usually like do have my hair flat, or like kind of braid my hair in 2 pieces, put it on the back, and like put on the wig cap, and then put on the wig. That's usually what my part is. And with that, you have to make sure that like your wig is very much straightened from the back to the front to the sides. And with that, you also have to have a lot of bobby pins. That's the most important tip. You always have to carry a lot of bobby pins to place your wig, and make sure that it doesn't fall off whenever you're shaking like this or around, or whatever like the particular cosplay that you're doing. Like if that person is very much like a basic straight like standing still, or if it's very much like a moving action, or like it does like flips, tricks, or anything else, you always have to bring bobby pins. Then it comes in last minute. I wanted to do like some very much cool like fun live streams. I didn't very much plan this, but like it actually come to me. I was like, I just didn't want to like hang around and actually like watch the entire thing all the way. I just really recently thought of this, and like I just wanted to do like some fun live streams, not on Discord because I was not ready for that, or on Facebook. I just want to do it all around like the most social media that I can very much am comfortable with, and that is TikTok. And so I did like at least 3 times a day of the live streams on the actual virtual Comic-Con, and those ones are very much fun. We did like a lot of crafts. I get to like hang out, answer some of your questions, and like chilling. Those were the fun days. After like at the end of the days, usually right after when I finish up my live streams of the actual day of the virtual Comic-Con, I usually like first of all take like cosplay pictures of like the new ones, like of the most recent update ones, to show off of the cosplays and it's like showcase and stuff. I just wanted to update of like some of the pictures onto my Instagram, sharing like some of the fun experience onto my Instagram story. That was very much a fun time, and having to create some fun TikTok videos of the cosplays that I did for each day, and it was the funnest time, but also was very exhausting. It usually takes around like it goes on until at least 6 p.m. 6 p.m. like Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. And then after that, they have at least a couple of fun events at the virtual Comic-Con where like they have like different panelists, different live streams going on Discord and also on Facebook. I did watch a couple of those. Those are very much fun. And my favorite one would have to be watching the drag queen show, which was phenomenal. I mean, those people have like put a lot of heart and emotion into the stuff, and with like each of the drag queens performing in like each different spot, I was like, yeah, let's work it. Woo! And I was like, yes, way to go, woo! I want to say like a little bit more of that. I have the links to the description right below if you want to see that, I think, if it's available. So that's like very much my actual story time day of telling you on my first con. I did meet a lot of new cosplay friends along the way, and I gotta say, it felt very much good. I'm very proud of myself. I did have like the most fun time at this con. It really is amazing. I hope to do like more of these kinds of things, participate in more cons in the near future, or like at least a few years. Thank you so much for joining into this little journey story time with me. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Tune in to the next video, and well, have a great day. Alright, see you guys later. Bye! Mwah!